We're here today to launch our July bi-monthly report, focusing on trends in the Northern Ireland property market in the first half of 2014. It's fair to say in the early part of the year, activity in the Northern Ireland property market was relatively muted, with everybody focused on Project Eagle, the disposal of NAMA's assets in Northern Ireland. Now that that transaction is completed, we've begun to see a number of investment transactions starting to happen in that sector, and quite a lot of appetite focused on Northern Ireland, particularly from the UK institutions who are very active players in the Northern Ireland market, but increasingly over recent months for a large number of US investors looking for opportunities in that market. We've seen a number of transactions completing, including the sale of assets such as Shane Retail Park in recent weeks. There's a lot of appetite for good investment grade product, but not a lot of it being released for sale. As a result, any of the assets that are released for sale generate huge interest, such as Windsor House, the 22-storey office building in Belfast, which has recently been offered for sale, guiding £5 million. In response to the very strong weight of demand chasing investment opportunities in Northern Ireland, we've actually seen prime yields contracting quite sharply over the last number of months, and this is a trend we would expect to see continuing as we move into the autumn season. In the occupational markets, activity is a little bit more muted. Even though there are a large number of office requirements, particularly focused on Belfast, it's taking some time for these requirements to translate into actual letting activity, with take-up in the first half of the year disappointingly low. However, as I mentioned, there's quite a number of active requirements for office space, which should see this picking up as we move into the second half of the year. There's been quite a bit of activity in the retail sector over recent months, albeit much of this activity focused on the Belfast market, with provincial markets not recovering to the same degree. There is very little in terms of industrial accommodation being marketed to let or for sale in Northern Ireland, with the result that any assets that come available for sale are usually in very strong demand. We've also seen quite a bit of activity in the hotel and licence sector in Northern Ireland. Most recently, a lot of appetite focused on the Tower Hotel in Derry, which has come to the market guiding £3.75 million. So over the next couple of months, we would expect to see an escalation in activity, with the biggest challenge in this particular market being having enough product being released for sale to satisfy the depth of demand from investors that are there in that market at the moment.